Okay. There's a mouse in my attic, in my ceiling. I can hear it.
That is the worst.
The worst news you've heard all day?
No, it's the worst knowing of a thing that you didn't need to know when
Not
there's
a
a mouse.
Not a mouse guy?
Listen, they're fine and they're cute. I don't like what they're doing up there.
Pooping and peeing and
Pooping and peeing and chewing things and scratching and getting stuck in the walls.
You just have one of these? My lights go out?
Yeah, I'm just not a fan.
Oh, you should see me. I hear one. The worst part is you think, I've solved the problem. I saw where they were coming in and I got him. And then just,
oh no.
And you hear this.
Yeah.
You're like, you son of a bitch.
Or I sometimes right here, right where I am, I'll hear a straight, there must be a straight shot from the chimney that's brick that connects to the attic. And I just hear like straight across.
Just torpedo road.
I don't like it.
You're like an elephant.
But when you live in the woods, that's what you're going to get.
It's what you're going to get.
And if you live in the city, you're going to get rats. And I wouldn't like that either.
Yeah, rats. No bueno. Yeah. If you hear one, you see me sometimes. I'm like going around here going, just hammering the ceiling. Before we started recording, I was like, you son of a bitch, get out. Mm-hmm. Usually they stop, but then you have the ones that are just like, right after you do it.
Yeah, they don't care.
Like, I know you're on the other side of this half-inch drywall.
They're like, what was that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like, what was that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. All right, enough mice. This is part two. Of bad habits. First one in this episode was having mice in your house. Don't do that.
Try not to.
But if you're going to get rid of them, humane or neck snap. None of that poison.
Yeah, no
That's
poison.
Crazy. Don't be doing that. You're wrecking the ecosystem. Quick kill or drive it 500 miles upstate.
Yeah.
Part two, bad habits. We're trying to break as photographers. Well, part one just came out today on the day we're recording, so we have no idea if this resonated with people. So we're hoping that part two.
It did. I got a DM from
great.
At least with one person. So if it's resonated with one, I feel like at least two.
Yeah, one translates to 10 million, I've heard.
I've heard that too.
Yes.
But, she said, you guys gelled really nicely on that one. I like that episode. So
that's good.
I said, compliments received. Thank you. Like a robot.
Nice.
Yeah. So I said, we're doing part two tonight. That's what I said.
All right.
Yes.
Can you remember which numbers of mine you selected from the last time?
7.
Let's see how good your memory is. Which numbers are missing out of 17?
I did 7, 2, 9, 10, 4.
Wow. There's one more.
13.
No, 3. You know what?
3?
That's pretty impressive. A week. You remember that from a week ago. All the numbers you picked out of my list.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thanks. I'm still fresh. I'm still sharp.
Yeah. Your dementia's not looming for you at this stage.
Not yet.
No, so you're rocking it. Okay.
A few more years.
2 more years. Jesus Christ.
I said a few. Not literally 2. Just 2. I know something no one else knows.
And that's dark.
Yeah.
No, but
I was going to ask you to renumber though for me.
Oh, why?
I don't know, just to make it easier.
All right. Did you get my text the other day before we get into this list? People know I have a habit of texting Aaron every time I see an elderly person that's 6'5". I was because Aaron says, you don't see a lot of elderly people that are my height. Like,
yeah,
not a good sign. So people, if you've been a long time listener of the show, every time I see a very tall person that is like 85 plus, I text Aaron when and where it happened. This was at a rest stop along a highway.
And then my next joke is always, he wasn't 85, he was 65. That's what we just look like at that point.
The world's beating you down. Don't fit in airplanes, don't fit through doorways. You've hit your head off so many goddamn things.
Gravity's tough.
Yeah, wow.
No, it's just anyone that's ever rucked and you put on 20 pounds on your back or 40 pounds on your back, it's tougher.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think
should start a charity
what happens.
for just tall people.
Yeah. Like enjoy life now. Like grant a wish.
Holy Christ. Okay, let's get going. Do you want me to read number? I
Yes,
like
please.
the banner, but it could take up all day.
Yeah, please. Let's renumber and get into it.
Okay, well, you go first while I renumber. Can I pick a number?
Yeah.
I was leadoff hitter last time.
Go ahead.
Sammy Sosa here. I'm going to pick. How many do you have to choose from?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't number. This is just arbitrary. This is just all flair, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with 37.
Perfect.
Great.
37 is
bad habit. 37.
Bad habit 37. Let me turn to it. That's me turning pages. I've talked about this on the show in a positive, and I do think it's positive. However, there's a gray area or a turning point, and I think a bad habit is spending a ton of money on equipment because it's brand new or interesting or the newest thing, or you feel like it's going to change the game somehow.
Oh.
So I think we've talked about before, there's a level of equipment that is really, I'll just say, good enough to do a lot of the things that you need to do to better your craft.
I already know a specific example of this for you. You don't get buyer's remorse often because people who have listened know you. Usually when you think about you personally, you think about your purchases and then think it gives you a kick in the can to like use it. That's different from saying it's going to make me better, just to clarify. But I know one thing you have buyer's remorse on.
Yeah.
I already know it.
Yeah.
It's your Ronin gimbal.
Yeah. Something now I do use for time to time. However, if I did my research, I know that there's like Catalyst Browse for Sony, which is amazing with stabilization, and you can just throw clips in there and it does a really good job. And once you learn how to use it, mostly completely usable for what you need to do. Now, a gimbal in certain situations is necessary or useful or helpful or is going to give you a better product, but I got to be honest, it's far and few in between for me. So that is an example. And I just think that spending the time and money early on upgrading equipment, again, to a point, yes. But beyond that point, for the bells and whistles, Cap agrees.
Holy, is that the mouse in your ceiling, or is that's your dog? Okay,
that's my dog.
Wow, settle down there, bud.
I know he's on this medicine now that makes him freaking starving, and it's so. I love him, but it's really annoying because he's just insatiable. All right, go away, bud. Jeez, no respect for what I'm doing here. Yeah, there, to a point, there is a piece of equipment that will do the job 80, 90% of the way there. And the time spent on perfecting that or working on it or taking lessons or paying for a course or going back to school for editing or photography, like whatever it may be, whether it's home or even at class, I don't know. But there's just other ways, I think, and that can be like a rabbit hole of if I get this, then I'll have that. If I get this, then I can do that. If I get this, then I can do that. And I just think it's a bad idea with your own personal savings potentially and your own money and really just kind of a false narrative in terms of getting better. Yeah, and I'll stop there.
No, that's a good point. I mean, I've had people surprised that I still shoot with an A7 III.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you surprised? It's a good camera. And it does what I need it to do. Can I get a better one for a lot more money? Of course. Not like feeling that pinch yet though.
No.
And I know in my head that when I really do make a big upgrade, I'll kind of have earned my stripes. Like there's something about I can't remember which podcast I was listening to, but it was about running, of course. I'm going to be short on this, people, because I'm not going to get too carried away with running here. People know I can. It was talking about carbon plated shoes for race day. And essentially, the person was talking about like, you got to earn those shoes. You got to build strong feet. You got to put in miles before you just hop into this race car of a running shoe. I kind of like that mentality with gear too.
Yeah.
Learn how to make something basic work really well. Build your skills there, and then the camera will work for you, or that extra piece of gear will just build on the fundamentals you've already established. Some of my best photos ever were the Canon Rebel T5i, like with a starter lens kit.
Yeah,
there's no reason you can't take exceptional photos with something beginner quote fingers.
Definitely. Like I said, it goes to a point, and sometimes it depends what you're doing with this too, right? Like if you're really doing some big commercial work and they're like, we need 4K footage at 60 frames per second, we need 8K footage because we want the ability to crop. Like they're very specific with what it is. Then it's a decision to make. Like, is this payday going to be worth me investing in myself and in this business? Am I going to be able to do this multiple times? Whatever it may be. I think that can dictate some of the equipment that you need to have. But beyond that, I think let's be honest, a lot of us are doing this for Instagram or our website and uploading 3 megabyte files to our website just to keep things down.
Then if it's you, it's
like me. 60. It's 90.
Yeah. It's 90.
But yeah, I guess that's my point. It's overkill. Most of us are putting it on Instagram. That's a really small thing that gets crushed anyways by their thing to save space, and to have like 100 megapixel photo that goes up on Instagram, if that's the end product of it, it's like, well, did I really need to spend money on this flashy camera? If you want to and you can, sure. But if you feel like that's going to be the difference, I guess that's the point. Like, if I get this camera, I'm going to get more attention for my photos.
Yeah. No, you're not.
No.
If you're already an exceptional photographer and you add gear, it'll take you to another level.
Yeah. So that's my potential bad habit of.
Yeah, it's a good suggestion. It can, save you financially as well. I think it forces you. I've talked about this. It forces you to, for example, in wildlife photography. If I have 24 megapixels and you have 60, we both have the same focal length of lens. I need to learn how to hypothetically need to learn how to position myself better to get closer to animals, or how to cover scent, etc. You see what I'm saying? Like there's the restriction almost forces skills to be built. So then when you add 60 megapixels, and you jump from 24, and you already have built those skills, you're just in a different league.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Good suggestion. You have 15 choices now that I've renumbered.
Wow. 15 more still?
I was on a walk today and I was just thinking about today and I was like, what else do I wish I had done sooner or had cut out sooner?
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, you ding dong, you should have done that way sooner. Would have made your life easier or better.
Number 1.
That one's funny. It kind of builds on what we just said. Number 1 is shooting vertical way too much.
Yeah.
It's a couple times this has happened where I've had a set of photos and I've had brand or clients say, these are great. You have these in vertical or in horizontal. I'm thinking to myself, surely I shot horizontal in this once on this hike, on this outing. Nope. Just all tall. I'm doing, as you know, a lot of like blog work now, and it needs supplemental photos that I've taken. A lot of people are reading blog on desktop computer, laptops, which photos are presented better on. The requirements are often that the photos be horizontal orientation. My first calendar I ever did, I was forced to spend a copious amount of time finding a calendar company that would allow my vertical photos to stay vertical. And it was like this weird looking calendar. People didn't really like it. So now I'm back to traditional. And realizing, okay, let's shoot this scene horizontal and keep in mind the framing. Let's keep the framing in mind so that I can create something vertical out of it should I please, like should I want to. Whether that's zooming out a little bit or doing something else. But I shot vertical way too much, especially when there was often times when the photo didn't even call for it. Like you can tell when a scene calls for which orientation. At least I can now. It was just automatic. It was compulsive. It's got to go on Instagram, so it's got to be vertical. It's got to take up phone real estate. Meanwhile, Instagram's now doing these, like, have you seen the super skinny videos?
No.
Seen a couple of these? It's like this new thing. It's paper thin videos. Meta just dropped one on their feed. Slater just did one from his time in Tokyo too. Our good friend Slater Moore. They're very interesting. It's like just razor thin. So I mean, I'm not going to weigh in too much on it, but I just shot vertical way too much. Didn't have a lot of scenes in horizontal and found brands were asking for them. Made my calendar very difficult the first year. And often the scene didn't call for it. So now I'm in the habit of, and this is what you should be doing, is if you're already there, just how hard is it to rotate your wrist 90 degrees?
Yeah.
So yeah. There you go.
I think that's a good one. I never felt comfortable shooting vertically. I have before, but my go-to is just the way the camera ergonomically fits.
Smart.
So maybe the opposite. Maybe I could have used a little bit more thought in terms of what's the best crop for this photo, but I would typically then crop in afterwards without giving it a lot of thought, and then sometimes being a little screwed by it.
And the happy medium too. I can't remember. Maybe you taught me this, or this was the thing we do with drones, right? When we want the wide scene, but we want to be able to have it in vertical orientation, the panorama. So I actually did this today on a shoot. I was shooting a boardroom, and I wanted the whole width of the boardroom, but I wanted the client to have vertical options. So I shot roughly down 33 degrees at 0 degrees and up. So they'll have a vertical orientated shot when I stitch it together with the width of the entire room throughout each image.
Right. That's really nice. That's nice for landscape.
It's a nice little trick. A really nice trick if you want that width.
Yeah, definitely. And not as much up and down. Because sometimes if you put a wide lens on there to get enough of the width in a vertical shot, you have way too much foreground and way too much sky. Right. So it's a nice way to like use a 24 or 50 millimeter and then stitch it together. Plus it'll be a bigger file. It'll be a much bigger file, which you can then print out on a big canvas or a big piece of metal, whatever you like to print on. So that is a little nice landscape trick, especially.
Yeah, and it's not too hard with stitching in Lightroom. You just select all merge and click merge panorama, and it usually does. If your hand's been steady, your exposure was good. It's pretty bang on. So, and the middle image shot at 0 degrees, roughly. I'm assuming you usually have an image just out of that too, if you want it.
Right, definitely.
Right, like the middle one.
Sure.
Great, cool.
Love the middle one.
Bad habit: shooting vertical too much. So we got that, and we have thinking that gear is going to make you better.
Okay, so I'll pick a number.
62. With a Rolodex.
62. Where you're not spending money on frivolous equipment, spend money on the best computer that you can afford.
Wow. Okay. Tell me more.
If you have the nicest camera, you spent your budget of $5,000 on the nicest lens, the nicest camera. You have two old things. Let's start over. You have an older camera that's done the job. You have an older computer that's done the job. You have $5,000 to spend, and you decide, I want to upgrade my camera. It's a 62 megapixel camera, huge files. It records in 4K, 8K even, and I'm going to get one of their really nice G Master lenses for $2,800. So I'm over $5,000 at this point. Wow, I have this great camera. I take my first 4K video, I load it into my computer, and then
the dial-up sound.
The error of death. Like, basically the computer's like, who the fuck do you think I am?
Yeah.
I cannot handle this. And
jet fuel in a 1963 punch buggy.
There's, to me, nothing more frustrating and demotivating than a computer that cannot keep up with workflow.
Yeah.
So, spending the money on a fast machine, a computer that can edit really nicely, that can, some of those things, like on Topaz, like to go through some of their processing takes a really long time. And even with a fast computer,
you need a good chip.
Yeah, so it just helps to make this so much more enjoyable when you're importing, exporting. Lightroom's not freezing up. You put on a few masks and it doesn't just delay trying to catch up. Like it just works that much better, which makes the entire process of photography and editing and posting and getting things out there that much quicker and that much easier. Yeah. So bad habit, I guess, would be spending the money in the wrong places. And upgrading in tiers of what will make things that much more enjoyable and efficient, and therefore good for you.
Or the bad habit part B to that is having tech that doesn't align.
Yeah,
in terms of performance.
Yeah,
I hear you. Like I have. Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Sounded like he had a fight with a wild raccoon.
I just rolled over his tail, I think.
Oh, no, that's not good for anyone.
Okay.
I have the Topaz video app. And I love Topaz. I love all their apps. But my computer fan gets going. I can't even use the video app because I don't have the right processing chip. Yeah. So my next computer will be, a Mac that has a better chip in it, more GPU, maybe some more RAM. But at least I have that subscription for life. So when I upgrade, it'll be just like, oh, right now, if I try to use the Topaz Video AI, it's like your 3-second clip will be upscaled to 60 in 48 days.
I remember when you first tried to apply it, you text me, you're like,
I was raging.
You're like, dude, is this normal? I'm like, it takes a while, but not 7 days.
I have for people wondering, okay, well, what computer do you have? I have a 2019 MacBook Pro 13. Is it 13 or 15? Should I get my tape measure? Let me get my tape measure. Oh, you know what? I can go to about this Mac, but it would have been more fun to get the tape measure, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
More info. I'm getting the tape.
Hey, quick question for you. How amazing would it be to get some real, personalized help with your photography entirely for free, with no catch, no strings, and nothing sneaky? Aaron and I are currently offering one-time only free 30-minute one-on-one sessions where it's just you,
not me, not Hermione, you,
and one of us chatting about your specific creative goals, challenges, or even that one project that's maybe got you a little bit stuck. Super simple. You just hop on a call with us that you book at your own convenience. Tell us where you're at and where you'd like to be, and we'll try and help you make sense of it all. Whatever it is, we're here to give you some clarity and some actionable steps to help you move forward. Maybe you need help with figuring out how to transition from hobbyist to pro. Maybe you're just looking to shake things up a bit and get those creative juices flowing. Did I mention it's 100% free? Like free? Just us helping you out because we want to see you succeed. So if this sounds like your kind of thing, you can head over to the link in the episode description and claim your free one-time 30-minute one-on-one session today. Can't wait to chat. Oh, my tape measure's not in here.
Oh, fail. How's
I was
everyone doing out there?
doing stuff and my tape measure's not in the place that I usually keep it. It's, I think, a 13 or 15, whatever. Doesn't matter, but it struggles. That's what, 6 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably needs a battery replacement. So I like that point. Good point, man. Good point.
Hey, thanks.
I know you dealt with this firsthand. You had that desktop computer and then you got your MacBook and you were flying.
I couldn't believe the.
You were like, this is what life can be like.
On the old one, like people out there probably know this, is I was on Photoshop and like you would do a brush stroke and then it would spin to like catch up the dodging and the burning.
And then so it catches up and then it's dragged all the way across the page.
It's just like and then all of a sudden, layer after layer, I could use Premiere Pro again. Oh my God, it was just.
You could have the 40 tabs that you always have open that drives me crazy.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right,
you have 10 tabs open? That's wild. I have 2. Instagram to send you the invite because you get the invite for our podcast via DM, and I have this window open.
I have YouTube.
Now I closed Instagram. I just have you open. You have my undivided attention. I have no other apps open. No other apps open other than my notes, my Apple
Google
Notes.
Maps.
Where are you going right now?
Oh no, it's a Google Meet for when this is over. One Google folder. What is this? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, carry on. Yeah. So that was my last one. All right.
Cool. You picked
number 2.
You're gonna go with 2?
Yeah. Going straight up.
You're just gonna go right. You're gonna rip through them.
Yeah. In case
you don't get the sporadic whipsaw of my brain. If you go in order, it makes too much sense. Whatever.
Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it makes. Maybe you were whipping around with your thoughts, and this is the order they came out. So I want to see that.
Editing in bed.
I'm laughing because I never even thought that was a thing you could do
with your laptop.
Nah.
Editing in bed and phone in bedroom. I combined them. One of the worst habits I have ever had in my life is editing in bed and having my phone in my bedroom. I cannot tell you how much better my life has been since doing this. At the end of the day, when I feel like I've put in a good day's work, actually not just closing my laptop, but going to the Apple icon and clicking shut down and closing the lid. It's like an official, I'm done for the day. Sleep time, rest, recovery, recharge. And I do not bring my phone in the bedroom anymore. It's just, I have no tech in my room. Haley's laptop sometimes in there because we watch a show together, but it's a relaxing. It's not an activating screen. Whereas people have access to me on my phone. I have access to all the garbage on the internet. Stock prices, emails, like it's just, I understand that just like junk food, you can't beat this kind of stuff. Like it's programmed to prey on on who we are. You can't beat the addictiveness of the phone, of sugary foods. So like I'm using the sugar food as an example, or junk food. Like if I stop it at the source. I don't buy it at the store. So when I get a craving in my house, there's nothing to eat.
Right.
I have to go grab a banana. The phone out of the bedroom has made my quality of sleep so much better. I feel so much more well rested. I feel way less stressed. I can physically feel like I'm disconnecting from the world. We've talked about this. There used to be a time 15 years ago where you logged in and you logged off with your availability in the digital world. And now we're always available, right? And that has just this low-lying chronic stressor that's always there. And having a cap on it, even just in terms of proximity, people could say, well, you could just, I don't know, how you need your alarm or put it somewhere else in your bedroom or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Having the physical distance before I go to bed, there's just something about it that has a positive effect on me. I don't really know how to explain it, but it has changed my life for the better because I feel so much more well-rested, less stressed, and I wake up that's the other thing. I wake up without it being the first thing by my bedside.
Yeah, I bet there's a little of, when I would travel to like the Adirondacks, there's very bad service there. And for the first day, half day, it's pretty annoying. Like you check your phone and it's just not working and you can't do that. But after that, you get like, oh, it's just, this is the way it is because there's no service. There's nothing I can do while I'm out hiking. So put it in the backpack. If I need it for something like an emergency, SOS, whatever, but other than that, I'm not getting anything here and there. And you just kind of accept it. I think, I don't do that. I should do that. But there are these times in bed where you're thinking about something or you're like, what's the capital of...
Exactly. But you got to turn that part off. That's what I'm saying. Because like that's the thinking mind. I'm trying to get out of the thinking mind and I'm trying to not allow the thinking mind a place to build webs out.
Or then you're like, I have this thing right here. I'll pick it up. I'll find out the capital of Wyoming or whatever you're wondering.
Yeah.
And then, let me check Instagram. And then you just go down this whole thing.
45 minutes and it's 1 a.m. and I have to get up at 7 and I feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah. And the alternative is, I wonder what the capital of Wyoming is. I'm not getting up. Like I don't care that much. Like I'll find out tomorrow. And you let that thought pass through and then you're not logging on to a million different other apps to just check them out.
Yeah, because you're not going to have the discipline to not go into the other apps, or you're going to go down the rabbit hole of the capital of Wyoming and you're going to spend, if you're someone like me, I love just like reading stuff. You're going to spend an hour learning all these facts that are kind of interesting, but probably irrelevant to life.
Mm-hmm.
And this kind of ties in with the other first part of this, not editing in bed. I used to sit in bed and edit with my hard drive. I edit with my screen always on full brightness because I want to see everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just cooking my eyes in bed and editing a new set of photos is exciting, right? It's exciting. So this is great that you're getting all this editing done. And I'm not trying to be a downer like, hey, just don't be excited about your edits, but time can get away from you and then the sleep gets sacrificed. And I know now that is like the cornerstone of my mental health is how well rested I am. And I cannot do well at the things I need to do well at if I am not rested. Yeah. So I have to, I can't do these things anymore. And I want my body to associate my bed with rest, with sleep. If I bring my laptop and I'm working on client photos or I'm, whatever, my brain is now associating bed with a workspace. And I don't want that. I want my bedroom to be a place of refuge, relaxation, and rest. And that's it. I don't want it to be an office.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny. If you've looked this up before, one of the recommendations for people who have trouble sleeping is if you're lying in bed awake, tossing and turning, they advise you to get out of your bedroom. Have you heard this before?
No.
They advise you to get out of your bedroom and just go to a different room, sit on the couch, watch TV, or do something else in a different place. And when you start to feel tired, walk back to your bedroom. And the point of that is so that your brain starts associating bed with rest and not with being awake.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So I'm glad you picked that number because that one's super serious for me. I wish I had done it a lot sooner. No, don't edit in your bedroom. Keep work out of it. Don't make it a workspace. All the craziness of the world on your phone and people trying to get a hold of you can wait till 8 hours from now. It really can. People say, well, what if there's an emergency, right? I don't know, like get a house phone. I'm fortunate enough that Haley sleeps in the room with her bed. It's like if something drastic happened, Haley has her phone on her nightstand, right?
Mm-hmm.
If something happened to somebody, like they know to get a hold of her. And she's a lot more disciplined with the phone, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't have the same effect that it does on me. And I realize that it's not going to be the same for everybody. So I'm fortunate in that sense. But I guess you could get like a house phone, or you could even get like a pager, I guess, something old school.
Well,
or leave your phone out of the room. And I think you can set up your phone in a way where it dings for only certain people.
Yeah.
So like if you're worried about your mom in the middle of the night, everybody else is on do not disturb, but your phone is on full volume in hearing distance on ring, right? Just for her.
Yep.
So there are methods. Don't make excuses. Like there's ways to get around it, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. And a little psychology, not too long ago, like we just didn't have this capability to be tethered to everyone. And I've always thought if it's such a bad emergency that like there's probably not much I can do from my bedroom.
That's a good point.
There's a lot of examples, I suppose, where maybe like
good point. Like what are you going to do if it's a health crisis? That's what 911 is for.
Yeah, like I'm not you should be calling the doctors and going to the hospital and
sure.
Whatever is happening is happening. And if we're by phone call, we're distant, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do.
Good point. Maybe it's more about people want to know immediately, right?
Yeah, but I guess that's that tethered thing. I want to be tethered to everything all times.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
If I found out something horrible happened in a point of time versus 4 hours later, 6 hours later, I don't know if there's much
that you could have done.
That I could have done, or like I wished I knew this horrible news 6 hours ago.
Right. Good point. Okay.
So I'm sure there's certain things that's like, I wish you answered the phone.
Yeah.
You know,
that's not life or death, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Similarly, I mean, just a personal story. I went for a run with someone and I wore shorts that I couldn't have my phone on me.
Yeah.
And it got dark and we got separated because we're doing two different workouts, two different exercises, but it's one way out, one way in. And I was like, we'll figure it out. I told the plan. And the other person didn't know I didn't have my phone and was calling me. Where are you? Where are you? Did something happen? Blah, blah, like freaking out. And we finally met up because it's one track. I was like, I didn't have my phone.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're okay.
Yeah, we made it.
So it's all like that. I need that immediate answer. I need that immediate tether to control the future versus like just kind of be in it.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
So that in itself is so relaxing. And I think that's part of an additional factor of why I feel so less stressed without my phone in the room or my computer. All right.
Yeah, man.
Next, you got a couple more minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Let's go with number 00.
I didn't number any 00.
Let's go with, since you don't want to be a good sport and play along, let's go with 4.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, asshole.
But I mean, it's one thing if I numbered it 0, but then I'm going to go again and go double 0 and then go into 1. That's just an insane person if I did that.
Well, basketball players wore 00, didn't they? Or do?
Yeah, those ones are crazy. No
All right.
offense. I hope no one's listening.
I guess you're not.
Number 4. Fake number 4. This one's a hard one.
Okay. For you to say or to do?
No. To have done. I think I'm better at it now.
To get your hair done as well as you do?
Still fall victim. Thank you. Still fall victim to it every once in a while. And here it is. If you're posting to social media or Instagram, try to post photos that you really are proud of and like for the art and that original sort of case study on why you love photography and why you started it versus posting for some other external attention.
Tell me your external attention, because you must have done this many a time, as I'm sure we all have at some point.
Well, I know we all been there. I feel like if you have a crush on someone or you're curious about an ex or
crush on me,
yeah, you're posting stories, like extra stories. Look what I'm doing today. Are they seeing this? Are they looking at it? Maybe I'm outing myself here, but I feel like I'm just being vulnerable, and a lot of people are like, yeah, I've done that. Checking who sees what, who likes what. Did they like this photo? Does that special person like this photo? Does my ex still check on me? Like that kind of crap, And right. you can get into the bad habit, if that's what this is all about, of getting away from your true self and your alignment for like why you're doing this in the first place and your normal rhythms, your normal habits. Again, I don't think it's all that bad to be stimulated by sometimes a bad thing in life or push yourself a little bit harder. I just think be careful because I think that change in the reason why for posting stuff or doing photography can take away from its natural allure that got you there in the first place. And maybe that was the original allure, the attention or trying to prove something to someone. I'm not here to say that that's right or wrong.
Maybe that is still the allure. Maybe that's why.
It is.
I don't know.
I just feel like if you're changing yourself, and I guess that's maybe I got to it. Maybe I skimmed down all the way to, hey, are you adjusting who you are for another reason or another person, a situation? Are you changing, like I said, or like we said a couple times ago about like your portfolio because you got a cabin gig, you don't have to freak out and erase all your wildlife and throw up cabins to try to impress someone. Like that kind of stuff. I just think staying true to who you are and being aware of, hey, is this kind of a bad habit? Am I doing this for the right reasons, or am I doing this to get information? See if someone's interested in me, see if someone's not interested in me. Am I throwing things out there just to fall into the social media clues?
No, it makes sense, man. I hear you. I like it.
So yeah, that's one you guys can chew on out there.
Yeah, people are chewing.
Chew away. Number 4 for you, or 5?
Oh, okay. This is an interesting one, and I know you're going to have a lot to say.
Okay, good.
Bad habit. Not asking for feedback and assuming that no news is good news. So this is
Did I watch your video and give you feedback?
You didn't still. You said last week that you were going to, but...
And then I forgot again.
You just realized live on the air, everyone.
Damn it.
Bad friend.
Bad friend.
Hang on, let me finish my point.
Okay, go.
Don't double down on the bad friend. All right.
Go.
This is in the client realm, right? Not asking for feedback, direct feedback, and assuming when they don't say anything that it's good news. I say this because a lot of people, even when money is involved, are conflict averse. Clients, I feel like, are often scared to say, you didn't do, or they're scared to say that you did a bad job. And instead of you knowing about it and making it right, you just won't get hired again. And that's unfortunate. So I like your method, and I actually used this today because I was on a site of saying, hey, in whatever form you like to communicate this, I'm finished this gig when I hear you say that you are 100% satisfied.
Mm.
And I said, I'm paraphrasing that today. I think I said it somewhat like that, or I said, yeah, like my job's finished when I know you're 100% stoked, whatever. And you can just see, you could see his facial expression kind of light up. Just like a subtle smile, reading body language. They kind of told me that he understands that he's in good hands and that I'm serious about that when I say that. Right? Especially when working with people for the first time. Even once you get going on a shoot, this one is taking a little while because it's almost like commissioned work. There's a trust process throughout it. Are they going to get delivered on time? Is it going to be what I want? He can probably think in his mind, oh, okay, based on what he said, like eventually we'll get to where I want to get to. And I hope to him that gives a very professional vibe, a sense of who I am, that you're going to be taken care of. And even if there's hiccups along the way, we're going to get there. And you get there by asking for feedback continuously. What do you think of this? I even said as I was leaving, how's our communication been so far with me sending you stuff and commenting? Are you liking this process so far? Is it good for you? Those kinds of questions I think are so important. The no news is good news may work in the medical field, but I think it is terrible advice in the photography field or in the creative field. And again, like I said, people are conflict averse. If you did a bad job, they're just often may just pay you and you'll never hear from them again. And then you'll see, they're using a new photographer for something else. It's happened to me before.
Yeah.
And the extra bad thing about that is you don't know what you could have done better. And I feel like we're scared to ask because we don't want to hear some hard truths potentially, or we don't want to feel like our work has been rejected. Mm-hmm. You got to get over that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think it's a great way to get hired also, is to upfront say, you're going to be happy, and if not, like, we'll figure it out. Whether it's I don't get paid, and that would stink, or I can fix it, or whatever, but I'm going to get you what you think you're going to get. And if you're being unreasonable, I will say that also. Right.
Like it goes both ways for sure.
In a calm, sort of assertive way. Like if you know when someone's taking advantage of you, and you know when someone's correct.
You didn't talk about drone video. This is new. We didn't talk about that. I can get you what you want within the scope of our agreement, is what you're saying.
Right. Or you edit in a certain way, and they're like, I want it all black and white, for example. It's like, okay, but that's not what we talked about at all, ever. And maybe that's a silly example, but just sort of
easy fix though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said that's probably a silly example. But just kind of going, I don't know, making you jump through hoops.
Or tacking on things. Oh, like why are you doing that?
Right. So yeah, but I do think, especially for a lot of small businesses with a tight budget, and their number one thing in growing their business is like revenue and profit margin. They know, I get the feeling a lot. They know we need marketing and attractive photography. The price tag's a bit much. I'm scared it's not going to be good, and we're not going to love it. So let's not do it. But if you say like, hey, if you don't love it and it's not what you want, I'll work to fix it. Like I'm agreeing on this price for the project.
Yeah. Or
Here's
like
the,
what you
here's
say,
the thing.
I'm promising you it's going to be what you want in the end.
Listen, everyone, a hard truth. If I think a project's worth $2,000 and I'm blown away that it took me a half hour to do a great job, I'm going to hand it in, but I'm not going to say, I thought this was going to take me 5 hours. It only took me a half hour. So I'm going to charge you $300. That seems fair.
God, no. Please don't do that.
No. But my point is sometimes you get lucky one way and we don't adjust. So I feel like it's very fair to be like, I thought this was going to take me 5 hours, but it took me 8 because I needed to make some adjustments and I'm getting paid the same amount.
Right.
That I originally agreed to do this project.
Yeah, just try and come up even Steven throughout the course of your
so listen to this financial group that I've worked with. I'm still working on their interview videos. They had like an intro to add to it. That wasn't part of the original plan. But they're like, could you add this intro? I said, hey, do you mind if I bill for this? Like, I want to do a good job, but this is going to take me on 8 videos, a chunk of time. Please bill for it. Did it. There's an ending tag and an intro video. I put it on. I sound designed the intro because there's a lot of movement to it, but there was no sound to it. So I did that without billing on it. I just billed basically my time. Then they emailed me back and they said, we gave you the wrong card for the outro. So now I got to import the new card and do this to 8 videos, export all 8 videos again. And I was like, I got paid well for this. I'm not going to bill. It took me probably an hour and a half to do it. And I was like, I'm going to just say, here you go. And I'm not going to.
Okay, I have a question for you.
I'm not going to bill again for this. I know it was their fault. I know it was their mistake, but I also want to be hired again. And I don't want them to be like, dude, this guy bills for every little, it was a judgment call. He bills for every moment he does, which I get is work. But in that instance, I was like, okay, I'm going to bill, let's say $200 an hour. So I'm going to bill an additional $200 from the extra work that I did last week, which was on top of everything. I'm going to bill additional 200 hours because I just did another hour of work. That $200 invoice might piss someone off. That then gets me away from another $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 project.
Yeah. So the generosity outweighs the monetary value of that $200.
Yeah.
You're net positive by just eating your time there because you seem and are like this is a nice gesture by him. He could have charged for it and he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
So yeah, but I think you can use that whole thing as leverage and getting the gig and being a great communicator and making everyone happy. Like, I think it's a really nice play to be like satisfaction guaranteed. It's going to get you in the door a lot of times, especially on the people that are unsure.
Yeah. All right. Bonus one, because I know you got to go at 8.
Yep.
Bonus one, and this ties into this, is giving unrealistic timeframes for my work to be completed.
Oh, that's a good one.
I used to do this. This used to be a very bad habit. I used to say, "Oh, I'm capable. I could turn this around in 48 hours." But that's assuming things don't come up. That's assuming things don't run into problems. We say things like that. I can get it to you in 48 hours. So that people go, "Wow, that's great. That's incredible that you can do that." But you have set perhaps a very unrealistic expectation. Whereas if you had just said something like, I'll get this to you in a week, 1 to 2 weeks, like they might not be blown away. Like, that's reasonable. Yeah. Okay. And now you have that breathing room. It's like starting your science project, not the night before it's due, right?
Yeah.
That's stressful. Like, give yourself some time.
Yeah.
Right?
And now you can over deliver also.
Yeah, because now if you set crazy deadline expectations and you don't hit that, people are going, okay, well, where you kind of ruin your credibility, one, because you didn't do what you said you were going to do. And now people are looking at you in a different light going, where's my stuff? You promised me this.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you should have just been okay trying not to impress right off the bat and said, I'll have this to you in a week. Okay, a week. Fair enough. And then you hit the week and you did what you said you're going to do, and it's a reasonable time frame.
Yeah. I
wish I had done that sooner.
Yeah, that's a good one. Give yourself the space. To me, I don't know if this is true to you, that ties into me a little bit of desperation, like trying to impress with like all the aspects of the project. Like, I will be quicker than anyone else. I will give you more photos than anyone else. I will add in reels and drones and this and that and whatever, like trying to really secure the date versus just being confident with like, no, this is what it is. Usually it takes me a week. Sometimes I'm a little bit quicker. Sometimes I'll be a little bit later if something came up, but I will communicate like hell to let you know exactly what's going on. This is my deliverables. This is what I'm going to do. This is when I'll arrive. Take it or leave it. It's a nice way to be. It's that sexy indifference. You know, like
this is what it is for me.
Yeah, I would like it, but I don't need it. So if it works for you, let me know.
Yep.
But set yourself up so you can over deliver.
Sure.
You know, don't say you're going to give 100 uniquely edited photos when it's like, that's going to be a freaking stretch.
Yeah.
My last 30 suck. Say 10 and then give 100 if you have them.
It's funny you say 10 because the example I was giving earlier, the gig I was at today, it's for 11 photos. And it's paying well and it doesn't seem like much, but you better believe I'm going to give extra stuff. Like I was shooting their boardroom today. All I had to do was shoot a boardroom photograph, but I shot the whole office because I'm there. Just like small stuff like that. We're going back to that net positive thing. I'm not going to charge for that, but that's a nice gesture. Like, oh, okay. Nice guy.
Yeah. And so, we've been very strong on like knowing your worth and knowing your value and doing a great job and not being taken advantage of, whether it's price or work or attitude or whatever it may be. Like knowing your value. When you set the rules and you're comfortable with it, I am okay with you trying to impress from a good place, from an assertive, smart business place. Like you just said, I'm here anyways. This is literally going to take me an extra couple of minutes to at least give them the opportunity to even purchase things or need them in the future or save me a trip from coming back. If they call me up and they're like, hey, we like that boardroom picture. We'd love you to do the whole office. Hey, I already did that. I'll send them over in a couple of days.
Yeah. What do we owe you? Nothing. It's free.
Yeah. How cool is that? Like, I do think it's, I think it is good for everyone to try to impress with your capabilities and your skills on your terms.
Sure.
And sometimes that doesn't work in the cards. Like, I am getting paid for this. They lowballed me, but I took it. Like, I'm not going to kick ass to like try to prove my worth or something like that. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I might over deliver. I might edit it really fast and get it to them really on time or before on time. But it's my terms. Like I'm going to pick and choose my battles of where I'm going to go. Like, you know what? I'm going to do the right thing here because I'm here anyways. And it's really no different to me whether I edit 30 photos or 35 photos, or if I put together a long form video along with my reel. I took those clips out anyway. So like, I don't know. There's just smart places where you can, I think, stand out as a business person.
For sure. All right. This was bad habits that we've been
part 2
that have been broken or that we're currently still breaking.
Working on, always working.
And maybe part 3 is in the future. I don't know. We're not going to triple up, I don't think. But hopefully you enjoyed these. If you did, give us some feedback, comments on the episode, DM, email, leave a rating review if you like the episode or the podcast. It's truly a an appreciative way to support us. So until next time, my friend.
Take care.
See ya.